which became vacant when Karl Frotz was stripped after his retirement became inevitable. He beat a faded Felix Sturm in Germany back in May to take that vacant title. How good is he? Well, he's a very similar fighter to his brother Dimitri, who was beaten by Chris Eubank Jr., maybe a little bit better, 28 years old. He is the WBA super middleweight title holder, and he's quoted at 6-1 on favourite. And there was Roy Jones. You saw him alongside him. He's been giving the final words of motivation, I'm sure, in the dressing room. There he is, Roy Jones taking the jacket off Fedor Chudinov, the 28-year-old champion. If he can just find a little bit of the magic of the great man. Well, there is Frank Buglioni with Steve Collins. Collins, who says that he always wanted to fight Roy Jones, but has never given the chance. And he has given every bit of experience that he's accrued, along with his brother, the trainer, Pascal Collins, to Frank Buglioni. His preparations have been meticulous, and they believe that it is his time. Well, we will see. Let's now get the formal introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, in association with Vlad Chudinov Promotions, sponsored by Raynham Steel and Coral, proudly presents the main event of the evening. 12 3-minute rounds for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World, live from the SSE Arena here at Wembley in London. Your officials are appointed by the World Boxing Association, and your 3 scoring judges at ringside are Mr. Ingo Barabbas of Germany, Mr. Oliver Bryan of Germany, and Mr. Victor Simons of Panama. Your WBA supervisor is Mr. George Martinez of Canada. Your steward in charge is Mr. Charles Giles of the UK. Your timekeeper at the bell is Mick McCann of the UK. And when the action begins, your referee in charge is Mr. Terry O'Connor of the UK. And now to introduce the contestants. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner stands the challenger, a man whose record reads 17 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 13 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone, 13 pounds, 2 ounces, and tonight he wears the white shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Enfield, London, Great Britain, the WBA Intercontinental Super Middleweight Champion. He's the wise guy, Frank Buglioni! And across the ring, in the red corner, stands a man with an unbeaten record of 13 wins with 10 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone, 13 pounds, 1 ounce, and tonight he wears the black shorts. Please welcome the WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the World, from Serpukov, Russia, Fedor Chudinov! Your referee will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
I spoke to you both in the changing room, you know what I expect from you both. Shake hands, God bless you both. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World.
It is a big, big ask for Frank Buglioni tonight. But if he can do it, well, what a popular fighter he would be, and what a popular result it would be around the boxing world. Fedor Chudinov, he's rough, he's tough, he throws loads of punches, but he's a little bit predictable, and you can see that Buglioni is clearly the bigger guy. Chudinov against Sturm, he won it by split decision. It was close, but he did enough.
The main thing for me for Buglioni right now is don't go into your shell too early. try and get a solid jab. Just get some good solid punches, nothing too heavy, just some good feel-good punches to make you just relax a little bit. You can show you can hit this guy. And most importantly for Frank, just make sure that left hand comes back up when he throws the jab out. Keep it nice and basic, nice and simple, don't get too elaborate.
Chudinov was being quoted as the 6-1 on favourite when I checked with a couple of the bookmaking sites earlier on tonight. Buglioni, you could get 4-1, even 5-1 in some places. The right hand is the shot which Buglioni has been vulnerable to right the way through his career.
Nice little left hook there on the move though from Buglioni.
Most notably that right hand shipped against Sergei Kamitsky last April. The one defeat on Buglioni's record. Good jab from Chudinov.
Yeah, solid jab. The thing about Chudinov, everything he punches through the target every time, like a lot of Eastern European fighters, and he's solid and patient as well. As we've seen that in the Stern fight, the patience he had.
Oh, there's that right hand. That's the one Chudinov will be looking for. Buglioni with that tendency to throw the jab and then drop his hands. That's good hand speed though, and that gets the crowd behind him.
It's a great response there from Buglioni. Not so much to hurt Chudinov, just to keep the pressure off. Make Chudinov take a step back, you can move away then and regroup.
Chris Eubank Jr. maybe kind of showed the blueprints as to how to beat the Chudinov style.
Yeah, I think this Chudinov's a bit better though than his brother, to be honest. Yeah, I do.
That's good. Oh, nice right hand from Buglioni.
Big right hand back go there from Chudinov. That's good from Frank. Nice little feint there, just gives him a little bit of a breathing space. He's going to be in a lot of pressure tonight.
Key to a fortune, of course, for Buglioni. Were he to win this one, there'd be hugely lucrative unification fights and defences ahead if he were to somehow be able to do this. There's that right hand from Chudinov again. That's a great shot from Buglioni. Chudinov, though, takes it well, doesn't he?
Good from Buglioni there. Good jab, solid jab, though, from Chudinov.
Buglioni looks really bright and sharp, though. But worrying signs that that right-handed Chudinov has found the target on more than one occasion. Yeah. But that's a nice bright start from Buglioni for me, and I reckon he won that.
No, I didn't. I thought give it to Chudinov. Yeah, I think it was a close round. I fancied Chudinov. I thought he'd come out. I thought the solid shots to start the round for me was enough. But the good thing about Frank there, what I liked about Buglioni there, was he fought under pressure. Backed up on the ropes and he fought back well.
Well, it was close though, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Come the end of it, you never know. Confidence builder. People who watched the fight against Lee Markham, I wonder what they're thinking. Lee Markham pushed him all the way, and Frank said if he wins, he'll give a defence to him. I'm sure Lee Markham will be watching right now. Chudinov was to have defended the title against Buglioni back in July, you might remember. The fight was postponed because of an injury to Chudinov, broke his nose in sparring.
I think what Frank's doing at the moment, which is he's tucking that chin in nice and tight, which we haven't seen before. And if he can keep doing that, that big right hand over the top from Chudinov might not be a factor. Because when he is landing with it, he's landing on the top of the head. He's not landing on the chin.
Well, I'm of sufficient vintage to have commentated on Steve Collins' world title fights. If he's imbued a bit of that Collins fighting lion-like determination, then Chudinov's going to find something a bit special in there tonight, if.
You just got, yeah, well, no tougher warrior than Steve Collins. It's the concentration that Buglioni has to keep for every second of every round.
It's good from Chudinov. Good fast hands, nice accurate jabbing. And a good little spell for the Russian champion.
Oh, lovely uppercut there with the right hand from Chudinov.
That's the right hand, that's a danger shot.
Again, good response though again from Frank. But Chudinov, doesn't he look strong though, Chudinov? I know he's a lot smaller than Frank Buglioni, but looks solid.
It's a typically East European economical approach, isn't it?
Yeah, they almost seem one pace, but they're very accurate.
Golovkin, Kovalov, Chudinov. And this is a good round for Chudinov so far.
But Frank's hitting the targets, which is, you know, to be honest, frequently enough to be competitive, and that's a good sign. Good shot there from Buglioni. But it is for me, up to this point, another round for Chudinov so far.
Works well inside. Doesn't waste a lot, does he?
No, good shot. But Buglioni there just pretty much offering the target there, though. Just his left hand a little bit too low.
Can get a little bit static when he's under pressure, Buglioni.
Yeah, it's always been a habit of his. He's leaving that chin up. He's tucking it in the last round. Now he's leaving it just a little bit high. And that's the pressure he's under. Even though Chudinov's not throwing a lot of punches, he puts you under pressure with his feet. Makes you work hard.
The promoter, Frank Warren, admitted in one interview that I've read that it was a roll of the dice, this one. He knows that the gamble is against Buglioni, that the odds are stacked against him, but the rewards are huge if he comes home. Here's Roy Jones in the corner with Chudinov. And here's some of the action which was dominated by the Russian for the most part.
Yeah, it was, and like you said, John, that economical approach, but always very accurate, but also in close there, Buglioni offering his chin almost, so just leaving a little bit too high. But he's fighting back under pressure, and that's a good sign. Not overall, you haven't thrown it.
Giving the words to Chudinov. Jones is now settling in Russia, I'm told.
Yeah, citizenship.
Yeah. I'm still talking about fighting on. I wonder who his next opponent's going to be. I know where the speculation is, but no word yet.
Oh,
that's a good right hand.
Lovely. That's great timing, isn't it? More than hand speed, it's just really good timing.
Accuracy.
Got to keep that hands up, got to keep that concentration at all times for Buglioni.
Started really brightly in the opening round, Frank Buglioni. Chudinov putting him into reverse gear now and finding it hard to miss with those right hands.
I'll tell you something though, at this point, nothing's bothered Frank though. The punches haven't, he hasn't even blinked when he's been hit with the right hand.
And if he has a big attack, this place will go berserk.
Good shot there for Chudinov. Buglioni trying to fire back with throwing his punches wide, and Chudinov right down the centre channel.
That's where Kovalev's is so effective, isn't it, with those straight shots?
Yeah, it's the shortest route to the target.
Again, the right hand finding the target.
Just struggling to find his breath a minute, Buglioni.
Oh dear.
Good shot there. It's that right hand again, you know, Chudinov's favourite punch and Buglioni's worst vulnerability is that.
Needs to find something fairly soon to command some real respect, because Chudinov is getting on a bit of a roll here with the right hand.
Onto the left hook though, I think you have to take 2 more punches in response, but landed with the left hook.
Body shot. Buglioni trying to fire back.
That's good, well done, that's good.
Voluntary defence, of course, this one for Chudinov.
He just can't get out the way at the moment of the shots. Buglioni.
There's that right hand again, which thuds in for goodness knows how many times. He's already had to take that, and we're only in the third. It's good, though. Never been any doubting the guts of Frank Buglioni.
That's right. No, that's what, I'm glad you said that, because it hasn't. Brave kid. He's trying now. He's trying to fight back. He's trying to find a way to win. Oh, good shot. Good right hand from Buglioni there. Chudinov does a little spin off though and gets back into position.
Buglioni adopting the mantra maybe of the best form of defence is attack. And there were moments in that round in the closing stages when he did well, but that's another round for the champion, I'd suggest.
Oh, massive rock. The problem is for Frank is that it's not so much the punches that are doing a lot of damage to Buglioni, it's the pressure with the feet. He's always under pressure, so he's always punching reactive. He's never proactive with his work, so your breathing's wrong. You never, he's not comfortable in that. He's under tremendous pressure.
To show it tonight. Already the fight, the tide is against him. Needs to find something to repel Chudinov as we move into round 4. Crowd trying to rouse him, trying to encourage him as the chants and the songs go up for Frank Buglioni.
You've got to double up that jab. He can't throw single jabs because he naturally brings it back to his chest, which Chudinov will time him with the right hand. I think if he doubles up and steps forward, he maybe pushes Chudinov back.
He's getting out jabbed at the moment. Chudinov said, "I want revenge for the defeat my brother suffered against Eubank. I want to show the British fans how good the Chudinov brothers can be."
Good jab there from Buglioni, better. So strong though, isn't he, Chudinov?
He's not been moved really by anything that Buglioni has thrown so far, and Buglioni, okay, at a different level, but he has got a bit of punching power.
Trying to time him with those hooks and sometimes the right uppercut. The problem you guys, Chudinov doesn't overcommit himself, so he's never off balance.
Again, accuracy from Chudinov inside. A couple of decent body shots from Buglioni by way of response, and then a good flurry of punches to the head. And listen to the crowd. As soon as Buglioni gets any success, they're with him.
It's a great response, wasn't it? He needed a little bit of a rally as well, Frank.
Encouraging Buglioni to throw the body shots, let the punches go.
Well, to this point, nothing has troubled Buglioni power-wise from Chudinov. So but even if he can't get out of the way of the shots, maybe he can start pushing Chudinov back by just standing in front of him and firing. He needs to throw with Chudinov there though when they're in close.
Volume of punches is with the champion.
Just dictating the pace all the time, Chudinov.
Methodically, just walks Buglioni down. 4 rounds completed.
Has half of Buglioni.
Well, this was his best moment. This is when he had that rally, which different level, and Buglioni is having to try and scale that for the first time in his career. It's a huge step up, and so far we've got it 4 rounds in the bag for the champion Fedor Chudinov.
The one thing, he's getting beat and he's getting outboxed. He's not taking the hammering that people thought he was going to. Oh, great little shot there from Buglioni. He's more active with that jab though. Double it up. You're right though, he doesn't waste a shot, Chudinov. If it's not on, he won't throw it. What amazing is because he's so much shorter, and he's got short arms also, but he slides into distance. And he's always on point, isn't he? Always in reach of hitting the target. Never falls short with his shots.
Very, very accurate. And he's, look at that, doubling up on the jab. Those are beautiful shots, quality shots. And Buglioni can't get out of the way. He's going to win this one, Frank Buglioni. It's already cleared. He's going to have to absolutely go into the trenches with this guy and go somewhere that he's not been before.
Yes. Very hard. He knew this coming into the fight. Another little problem he has is Chudinov won't get. I don't think Chudinov will be frustrated. I don't think he'll get frustrated. I think he's very disciplined in his approach.
Methodical.
Yeah, he's happy just to keep going along doing his work.
He'd be happy to do this for 12 rounds if necessary. Yes. I'm pretty sure of that. Which indeed he did against Felix Sturm.
But at the moment, if Buglioni can somehow push him out of his comfort zone, try and take the centre of the ring, him try and dictate the pace, it's a hard ask. But if he can do that, then maybe Chudinov will maybe unravel. Can't see it, but that's a big if and a big ask. But you never know. He's trying.
Big shot could do it. Could change the course. Only takes one.
He is trying. He's trying to throw with Chudinov.
He's trying, but it's not working at the minute. 5 rounds gone, and that would surely be another round against him.
Yeah, it is. It is another round for Chudinov. Again, you can't give Frank anything. He's having little bits of success, little pockets of success. But Chudinov's so strong, unfazed by anything that when Frank does hit the target, he doesn't panic. Chudinov doesn't look hurt at all. Just keeps coming forward, sliding the distance nicely, and finding Frank an easier target to hit than maybe he thought.
James DeGale is the current IBF champion. Paul Smith came up short on a couple of occasions against Arthur Abraham. But he's behind, and we go into the 6th round. What would you have been telling him in the corner, Barry?
You've got to try and push him back with the jab. You've got to double it up. I think the single jabs, Chudinov just slides out the distance, or he counters with the right hand. I think if he can try and double it up, you've got to make a big step with the front foot when he comes forward. Apart from that, the effort he's making, the determination, the commitment is okay, is good. But it's hard when you're in the guy who's technically better than you and maybe just as physically strong. It's hard to.
Well, we haven't had really had chance to test the physical strength of them, because it's kind of been at range for the most part, hasn't it? And it's been Chudinov's discipline and jabbing which has maintained the ascendancy as much as anything.
Well, his ring generalship as well. He planted himself in that centre of the ring, and he's forced Frank move around a lot.
Good footwork.
Made him do all the work, making him tire himself out.
Buglioni starting to blow a bit more here in the 6th round. And they're going to have a big effort in the corner to try and keep his spirits up, try and keep the belief there. Chudinov trying to measure him for a big right hand, you sense.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see Frank land with that right hand and test the chin of Chudinov. He's landed a few times, but he's been on the end of the shot. Just before that, you've got to try and punch through the target, as I said earlier. So but if you don't land with the jab, he knows he's out the distance for the right hand.
There's the right hand again. Buglioni takes it well, but it was a solid one. And you wonder how many of them he's going to be able to take. He's not slipping too many.
No, he's not. No, and we know he's got a good chin. We've seen it time and time again. But it tires you out taking punches. That's good, though. Good work, good response.
That's his best little moment for some time. He gambled with a big right to follow up. Couldn't find the target. Now he does.
Planting his feet as well now, Buglioni. Letting go with those shots.
Good shot from Chudinov, followed up with a left hook as well. And another big right hand. Buglioni soaks up the punishment and tries to return the power with interest to the body. Oh, good shot.
Great shot.
Great shot. That might be the moment. Now, can he build on that? Oh! And the bell, I think, might have gone. The bell had gone, I think. And the Russian fans are furious. He's having points taken away, I think. I don't think they could hear the bell. They're arguing they couldn't hear the bell, and I think Terry O'Connor is deducting 2 points.
But really he hasn't made any clear signal yet.
If he has.
I think he's just let it go as a. You can't call that as a knockdown, so that goes as a round for Chudinov.
I'll try and find out. And we're being told that he has indeed taken 2 punches away. Tremendous shot, and he had caught him before then, but I think in the bedlam here, I honestly don't think he heard the bell. I didn't hear it.
Oh, look at that, what a shot.
I didn't hear the bell. Now, there's absolute bedlam here once again at ringside. Chudinov's been down, but it's not been given as a knockdown. And now Terry O'Connor making it clear that 2 points are being deducted. The Birmingham referee, Terry O'Connor, has taken action against Frank Buglioni and has taken 2 points away from him. He's explaining why. Buglioni accepts it. Now he has to continue, but he's hurting.
You've got to jump on him now. I think you got to jump on him. I would gamble. I would gamble now before he fully recovers.
Here he comes. You just know what Steve Collins has told him in that corner, and Pascal Collins. This is the moment. If you can take him, now is the time to do it. Buglioni trying to go for broke.
That's lovely footwork there from Buglioni. Spinning around the target. Good left hook as well. The energy just seemed to have drained out of Chudinov.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he'd drain out of most people if he copped one like that.
Oh, good uppercut as well there from Frank.
Buglioni trying to walk him down, trying to get in position where he can land another big shot. He's looking for it.
He's tired as well though, Buglioni.
Chudinov might have regrouped now. Looks as though he has.
The left hook again there from Frank. Just needs to switch down to the body. Good work back though there from Chudinov.
Again, the exemplary accuracy of Chudinov as Buglioni banged his gloves together as much as to say, come on, Frank, to himself. He's leaning on, he's tired. From a Buglioni fan's perspective, it's to be hoped he's not punched himself out.
Oh, good shot there from Chudinov, lovely jab.
And a big right hand. Buglioni's having to dig deep here with more than a minute to go in the 7th round. Chudinov's corner imploring him to come forward and keep the pressure on. Can Buglioni somehow draw on the adrenaline provided by this passionate crowd? Good round this for Chudinov.
It is now. He started off so positively for Buglioni. He was all over Chudinov for the first 30 seconds.
Still, he tries to throw bombs, Buglioni. Less than 30 seconds in this 7th round. Chudinov, fair play after being down with that illegal punch. He's recovered well.
I just think Buglioni's tried so hard to get him out there, and so he should have. You know, he looks a very, very tired figure. What an effort, though.
Great effort. Right hand from Buglioni found the target, but that's a big round for Chudinov.
How tough is this Chudinov?
Buglioni, how much has he still got left in the tank? He looks fresh.
He can't win it on the cards now, so I just think every round he goes for it.
He's got to knock him out.
I know you've got to be careful about your own well-being, I understand that, but you know, Frank's a warrior. I think every round you just got to go for it. He knows he can hurt this guy now. Well, even if he was after the bell, he knows he can still hurt him.
Crowd, for once, a wee bit subdued, waiting to see if Buglioni can once again find something special, or whether Chudinov is now just measuring him for the end. Seventh round after that knockdown and the controversy at the end of it, the opening seconds of that 7th round, they were the big opportunity maybe for Buglioni, and maybe it's gone.
Good there, double jab right hand for Buglioni. Nothing's troubled him really, except for that he got buzzed a little bit in the last one, but a lot of it's to do with tiredness. But nothing Chudinov has thrown, I don't think has troubled Frank, chin-wise. But as you get tired, your resistance wanes.
I don't think Chudinov's a huge puncher, it's his accuracy more than his power.
And he punches through the target, so they drain you.
Terry O'Connor just telling Chudinov to keep the punches up. Chudinov still just methodically going about his work, cutting the ring off.
But he's back to being in that comfortable position.
That's good.
Chudinov's calling and telling him to stay there, stay in that pocket.
Buglioni maybe has decided just to coast a wee bit here and just regroup for a big effort ahead after this, I wonder.
Well, I think he does need his second win. He tried so hard in that last round from the first bell, trying to get him out there. It didn't quite work. And it takes a lot of energy, and he's had to work hard tonight, you know, and his effort has been tremendous. But Chudinov recovered really well. Looks comfortable again. Not bad there from Frank, slipping the right hand. Come back with the 2 punches to the midriff.
Yeah, maintained his balance okay. The footwork for Buglioni is still there at this stage. Needs another big shot though. There it is, good left hand. Buglioni stands and trades with it.
It's great stuff.
And again, they didn't hear the bell. The bell goes. Terry O'Connor stepped between them. He nailed him with a couple of shots in the last few seconds there. The crowd responded. I didn't hear the bell, did you?
I can hear it at all. A good shot from that right hand from Chudinov seemed to wake Frank up. All of a sudden he thought, I'm not taking any more of this. And look at this, great stuff. Of course he has, yeah. But he has in stages there. You know, he was happy to stand his ground then, but Chudinov thought, I'm going to beat you up. I think Chudinov's making it hard for him to stand his ground and fight.
Look at this! Look at this!
Good body shots there from Buglioni. But he can't move Chudinov. Trying to push him back now. Use that natural physical size. There's an uppercut in there now, Buglioni, that's it. Oh, good work. Got to keep those punches inside the body frame, though. Just when he gets a little bit wide with them, that's where Chudinov can throw his punches down the centre.
Got to say, Chudinov's done a good job, a really good professional job so far, though.
Yeah, he's been strong and solid, and no thrills with him, really. You know, he doesn't do anything flashy. It's all, like we said, basic stuff. Straight punches.
Whether he's good enough to beat the Abrahams, De Gales and Jacks, well, that's for another day. But in the meantime, he's still got Buglioni in front of him, and Buglioni is still cherishing that dream. Good right hand from Chudinov.
And a left hook as well.
Buglioni made the big effort in the first 20 seconds, hasn't been able to sustain it. Can he now?
A little low the left hook, but you've got to keep throwing punches, Buglioni. I know he's tired.
Good variety of shot there from Chudinov, and there was a little bit of a stumble from Buglioni. I think he was off balance more than anything else, but that's a good body shot from Chudinov. Buglioni wants to get away. He's trying to buy a few seconds here.
It's good though. Change direction. Just get on your bike a little bit, get a bit of a breather.
He felt the weight. I think it was a right hook, wasn't it? It took the wind out of him and he wanted to get away. Still does.
He's as strong as an ox, this Chudinov. Really is.
Yep, these are units and he's relentless. Super professional performance from Chudinov. Nice little uppercut inside again from Buglioni. That right uppercut has served him well on occasion, but back comes Chudinov, walking him down to the ropes once more.
It's been a hard round this for Frank Buglioni, a very, very hard round. He's absolutely shattered.
Giving it everything. Still. Punch again, this time after the bell, slightly from Chudinov, and the crowd up on their feet saying he's done what our boy did.
He's a dead man.
Referee didn't want to know, and it is. You don't hardly need me and Barry to tell you, it's another Chudinov round.
But don't let him land one lucky shot.
That was a hard round of Buglioni. He started to throw punch at the beginning of the round, didn't throw a punch hardly at all for the last almost minute of the round, and that's because he's tried so hard with this guy Chudinov.
But this is the man who's taking the punches now, and he's taken a lot as we go now into the 10th. Slightly desultory cry of Frank Buglioni from his faithful fans. If he gets through to the final bell, they will give him a hero's ovation because he has taken a lot tonight.
Well, that's what I was saying, how tired he was in the last round. I would give him this. I would have given this round to observe him, and if he didn't,
oh, big right hand from Chudinov.
If he takes more like that, I'd be feeling about throwing him out and make this his last round. He's already come up with credit. Whatever happens, I feel.
Chudinov just staying right in front of him, looking for the opportunity to work him over once more. He's still pitching, Barry.
Oh, you know, the effort's been absolutely fantastic from Buglioni.
Well, there'll be a lot of fighters and good fighters who are watching here right now, who, if nothing else, are going to be really admiring the guts of Buglioni. Still hanging on in there. Good shot. It just bounces off Chudinov, though, doesn't it? Has no discernible effect.
No, nothing. He's just been solid all night, Chudinov. Except for the knockdown, of course. And Buglioni's, you know, he's had him in stages. He had him buzzed a little bit in stages when he's rallied, but he's just been under pressure from the first second of the first round, where Chudinov just put that front foot in between his stance and followed him round, made him work all the time. 2-point deduction at the end of round 6 if you are just joining us and for some reason have not been with us, because Buglioni landed a punch after the bell went, which we didn't hear here at ringside, and I wonder if he heard it and it put him down. Tried to gamble in the early stages of the 7th to take Chudinov out. It didn't happen, and now it seems that the chance might have gone. Talk about leaving it all in the ring. He's given everything he's got, Buglioni. He's shown what it means to fight for the world title. He's just throwing everything he can, and he's absolutely exhausted, I'm telling you right now.
He's the boy with the model looks, isn't he? Sometimes they say pretty fighters aren't prepared to go for it. Well, he has given, as you say, absolutely everything, and he's still in there now, but he's getting a bit of a shellacking now.
He's still trying to fire back. He's got nothing left. He's trying to fire back.
Oh, good shot. Referee will be happy as long as Buglioni is firing back, and look at this. Where is he getting that from? Well, he is one brave boy. Almost said something else then. He is one brave boy. And are they going to say, that's it? They've taken his gum shield out in the corner and they sit him down. No, I think they're going to say, carry on, are they? push an avalanche back uphill now as we go into the 11th round.
It's been a real professional performance here from Chudinov. No fancy dance stuff, just sheer quality work, brute strength.
Chudinov looked so fresh when he came up off the stool. Buglioni, well, now he's fighting on instinct. This is raw fighting determination as his head rocked back for the upteenth time by that uppercut. But still he signs the footwork to try and give himself space to throw big hooks.
Well, when they came up for the round there, Buglioni winked at Chudinov. He's punching on muscle memory here right now, Buglioni. And this is why you punch the bag for so long. This is all the road work, this is all our hard work you do in the gym, just so you can just fight on instinct.
It'll be some rocky moment if he pulled it out of the fire now. Never say never in boxing, but surely it's not going to happen now.
Good body shot there from Chudinov.
Buglioni felt it and still he tries to wing out the big shots. But he's just about spent. I think the tank is just about empty.
Look at that though. Takes a crunching uppercut. Even the guy got nothing left. You say he got nothing left, he keeps producing stuff. Just when you think he's just going to get outworked or stopped or really hurt, he keeps fighting back.
Super Frank, still they shout.
But ultimately though, Chudinov's just been too good. He stepped at that level and he just found it a little bit too much of a step. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's a good fighter. Unquestionably. And I think everybody who's watched this would want to see Frank Buglioni somehow find it in him to get through to the final bell.
I think Chudinov's good, he's solid, I think he's beatable, to be honest. But I think he's a solid fighter, and he's been good tonight, and nothing's phased him. Even that knockdown after the bell didn't phase him at all. And he's made Buglioni work hard.
Good right hand from Buglioni. Chudinov just takes it and rolls with it though so well and still keeps the pressure on. 30 seconds to go in this 11.
Big swelling there on the left cheek as well at Buglioni.
I hope the Buglioni fans give Chudinov the credit he deserves after this, because this has been some performance. Still Buglioni has the desire as he takes another big right hand and then kids that it didn't hurt him. Where is he getting this from?
Oh, he's all in now, he doesn't care now, does he? Buglioni's all in.
He's got 3 minutes left. Holds his hands above his head. It's another round, yet another round for Chudinov. Now or never, maybe. The touch of gloves. His right cheekbone swelling by the second, Buglioni. The chants of the crowd go up. Super Frank. Now, what's he want here? Tape on the gloves.
Will Chudinov go for Buglioni? Will Chudinov try and get a stoppage, or will he just continue doing what he's doing?
He'll just carry on. He's had the game plan and he'll stick with it, surely.
I know the poster I've read, man versus machine. He's been like a machine, hasn't he?
Maybe he will. We'll see. An urgency in his work when he came back from that little unscheduled break.
It's a nice right hand there from Chudinov.
And another.
It's those uppercuts that take it out of you.
His corner imploring him to come forward, keep the pressure on, try and get the stoppage.
Still trying. I keep saying it's just been a great effort.
Well, you're a boxer, Barry. You're a fighting man yourself. And when you see somebody plumbing the depths of their fighting instinct, as Buglioni has, you can only express admiration.
Especially when you're out to your depth, which he has been. No disrespect to Buglioni, but he stepped up a level where he's been found a little bit wanting. Nothing wrong with that. But he still kept trying. Even now.
I think the referee could be having a look here. But he's still firing punches.
Yeah, that's right. I just think maybe the referee might step in, he fires back.
Now this might be it. This might be it. Chudinov steps in, looking for the one big shot. Or does he?
Just like, as you said, just methodically goes about his work.
He's a bit of a wrecking ball, isn't he? He just keeps on coming and slowly dismantles.
Look how tired Frank Buglioni is.
He's out on his feet virtually, Buglioni. Less than a minute to go. And it's at the stage now where you're beginning to hope that he doesn't get badly hurt.
Oh, good left hook from Buglioni.
Crowd's on its feet.
He's so tired though, I don't think the punches got the snap that they had earlier on.
Well, that is a fact. Where is he finding this from?
It's just been absolutely tremendous. People say give all you got, leave it all in the ring, and all those sort of sayings, but this is it.
Frank Buglioni is not the best boxer in Britain, but my goodness, have there been too many braver than what he's done tonight. He's won on the receiving end throughout. He sees it through to the final bell. Chudinov will still be the champion, but in his own way, there is some kind of triumph in there for Frank Buglioni. The Collins brothers know it, the fans know it, and you watching at home will know it as well. Chudinov, a good champion, and he's taken it with an outstanding performance. Buglioni, though, gave it absolutely everything.
The effort that over Buglioni was just something special. It really was. He was out of his depth. You could see it from round one, the way Chudinov was dictating the pace. You know, the ring generalship, bullying Frank Buglioni around the ring without throwing punches, made him work hard. And Buglioni worked hard from the first second of that first round to the last second of the last round. And the effort was just something tremendous. It really was. And every time he looked like he was going to maybe wane or go on his feet, he rallied back.
The crowd up in the high part of the arena here, many of whom Frank Buglioni will know personally, are standing and cheering and standing and clapping. He got a phenomenal ovation. There's only one answer here. It's got to be Chudinov by an absolute landslide. And remember, there's the 10-8 round in the 6th as well with the 2-point deduction. He's won it by a street. But Buglioni will be remembered for this in a kind of perverse kind of way.
You could have maybe give Frank one round, maybe, possibly, being generous. But it was obviously a landslide for Chudinov, who looked not frighteningly good, but looked good, and he looked solid. He looked good. He looked good. He looked solid. He wasn't fazed by anything that came his way.
Frank Warren reckoned that Buglioni won the last round, and a bit angry that one of the judges has apparently given that last round to Chudinov. I don't think I could have argued too much with it, to be quite honest. I thought Chudinov was pretty much bossing it, and he's bossed most of it. Well, they are ready. The fighters are being drawn together by the referee. Mark Burdis is in place. And so, well, you know what the result's going to be, but here are the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to both boxers who gave their all. We go to the scorecard. We have a unanimous decision. Judge Brian, 120-106. Judge Simmons, 118-108. and Judge Barabbas 117-109, the winner, and still the WBA super middleweight champion of the world, from Bukov, Russia. In the red corner, Fedor, Chudinov.
One judge had it as a shutout, another 118-108. I think there was a mistake in the reading of the third one, but I think it should have been 117-109. So Buglioni, he's given it absolutely everything, getting words of congratulations for his effort from the great Roy Jones Jr. Buglioni gave it all, but on the night, as we suspected, Chudinov was in a different class.
Fedor Chudinov remains the WBA super middleweight champion. The title, the belt, remains in Russia, but you can't take anything away from that performance by Frank Buglioni. It was one of a lion heart. Steve, we were watching ringside, almost on the edge of our seats with bated breath. Did you think at the point where Frank Buglioni did manage